Imagine this. You buy a stock, it's a gamble, right? Maybe it goes up a little, maybe it goes down, but then, bam! It explodes, skyrocketing over 1,000%. That's not investing, that's winning the lottery. That's exactly what happened with RGTI, the stock for Rigetti Computing. This little-known company, dabbling in the mind-bending world of quantum computing, suddenly found itself the hottest ticket on Wall Street. Everyone wants to know, how did they do it? Was it pure luck? Or is there something more, something groundbreaking happening at Rigetti? Buckle up, because we're about to embark on a wild ride through the fascinating and potentially very profitable world of RGTI. Rigetti Computing isn't your typical tech company. They're not building the next smartphone or social media app. They're building the future, a future where computers can solve problems that would take traditional computers billions of years to crack. This is the promise of quantum computing, and it's a promise with the potential to revolutionize everything from medicine to materials science to artificial intelligence. But turning this promise into reality is a daunting task. Quantum computers are notoriously difficult to build and even harder to program. So what makes Rigetti so special? Why are investors so bullish on their chances? Get ready for a crash course in quantum supremacy, because that's where this story gets really interesting. Rigetti Computing, founded in 2013 by Chad Rigetti, is on a mission to harness the power of quantum mechanics. Nestled in Silicon Valley, they're building the world's most powerful quantum computers. Quantum computers utilize qubits, allowing them to exist in superposition. This unlocks immense computational power. Rigetti is at the forefront of this revolution. Their team is united by a passion for pushing boundaries. Quantum computing holds the key to solving humanity's challenges. Rigetti's journey is one of ambition and innovation, from academia to the stock market. Chad Rigetti honed his quantum physics skills at Yale and Harvard. After his PhD, he aimed to bring quantum computing to the real world. In 2013, Rigetti Computing was born. The early days were marked by long hours and countless experiments. Funding was initially scarce, but Rigetti persisted. Their efforts began to attract attention. They secured partnerships with IBM and Amazon. Rigetti's journey is a testament to vision and perseverance. Rigetti's journey towards quantum supremacy has been marked by significant milestones. In 2017, they deployed their first superconducting quantum processor on the cloud. This democratized access and accelerated innovation. In 2019, they unveiled a 20-qubit processor. This solidified their position in the quantum race. Their public listing in 2021 through a SPAC attracted significant investment. This capital influx will drive future advancements. Remember the dot-com boom? Companies with no profits, sometimes just an idea scribbled on a napkin, were suddenly worth billions. Why? Hype. The internet was the future and everyone wanted in. We're seeing a similar phenomenon with quantum computing, and RGTI is riding the wave. The promise of quantum computing is so tantalizing, so world-changing, that investors are practically throwing money at anything with the word quantum attached to it. And who can blame them? Imagine a world where diseases are cured before they even manifest, where new materials revolutionize industries, where artificial intelligence reaches levels of comprehension we can only dream of. The potential is mind-boggling. This hype, this infectious enthusiasm, has created a gold rush atmosphere around quantum computing. Venture capitalists are pouring billions into startups, hoping to find the next Google or Amazon of the quantum era. Established tech giants like IBM, Google, and Microsoft are investing heavily in their own quantum research programs, eager to stake their claim in this emerging field. This perfect storm of hype, investment, and technological progress has created a fertile ground for companies like RGTI to flourish. Their stock price, once languishing in obscurity, has been propelled into the stratosphere by the sheer force of collective excitement surrounding all things quantum. It's not just Wall Street pouring money into quantum computing. Governments around the world are recognizing its strategic importance, and they're opening their coffers wide. The United States, China, and the European Union are locked in a quantum arms race, each investing billions in research and development. Why are governments so interested? Because quantum computing has the potential to disrupt entire industries and shift the balance of power. Imagine a nation that can crack any encryption, develop new materials with unprecedented properties, or design life-saving drugs with pinpoint accuracy. The implications for national security, economic competitiveness, and scientific advancement are enormous. This influx of government funding is a major catalyst for the growth of the quantum computing industry as a whole. It's providing companies like RGTI with the resources to attract top talent, build state-of-the-art facilities, and conduct cutting-edge research. This financial backing from governments is a powerful vote of confidence in the future of quantum computing, further fueling investor enthusiasm and driving up stock prices. The race for quantum supremacy is on, and it's being fought not just in research labs but also on the global stage, with nations vying for technological dominance in this game-changing field. While RGTI is riding high, they're not alone in this quantum rodeo. The competition is fierce, with startups and tech giants vying for a piece of the pie. IBM, Google, Microsoft, and Intel are flexing their muscles in the quantum arena. Each company brings strengths, from research budgets to computing infrastructure. This intense competition is a double-edged sword for RGTI. To thrive, RGTI must innovate, execute flawlessly, and convince investors. Okay, let's take a breath. All this talk of quantum supremacy, world-changing breakthroughs, and trillion-dollar markets is enough to make anyone's head spin. It's important to remember that quantum computing, for all its promise, is still in its infancy. It's like the early days of the internet, full of potential but also uncertainty. Building practical, commercially viable quantum computers is hard. Really hard. The technology is incredibly complex, the science is still evolving, and there are significant engineering challenges to overcome. Anyone who tells you they know for sure when quantum computing will reach its full potential, or which companies will come out on top, is either delusional or trying to sell you something. This is not to say that RGTI's stock price is completely divorced from reality. They've made impressive progress, they have a talented team, and they're operating in a sector with enormous tailwinds. But investors need to be realistic. The road to quantum supremacy will be long and winding, with plenty of bumps along the way. There will be setbacks, disappointments, and fierce competition. Some companies will succeed, others will fail, and some will pivot to find their niche in this evolving landscape. The key is to separate the hype from the reality, to understand the potential of quantum computing while acknowledging the significant challenges that lie ahead. Remember that time your buddy made a killing in Bitcoin? Or your neighbor bragged about their Tesla stock going through the roof? Suddenly everyone's an expert and you're kicking yourself for not getting in on the action. That, my friend, is FOMO, the fear of missing out, and it's a powerful force in the stock market. Now imagine that FOMO on steroids. Instead of Bitcoin or Tesla, it's a revolutionary technology with the potential to change the world: quantum computing. You see headlines screaming about RGTI's stock soaring 1,000%, and suddenly everyone wants a piece of the action. It's like a gold rush, a feeding frenzy, and rational thought often gets trampled in the stampede. People who've never even heard of a qubit are throwing money at RGTI, convinced they're about to miss out on the next big thing. Friends, family, that guy who cuts your hair, everyone's got a hot stock tip. This herd mentality, this fear of being left behind, can drive stock prices to dizzying heights, often far beyond what the underlying fundamentals justify. It's like a self-fulfilling prophecy. The more people buy into the hype, the higher the price goes, and the more others feel compelled to join the party. FOMO is a powerful drug, and in the world of stock trading, it can be highly addictive. Humans are storytelling creatures. We love a good narrative, a compelling tale that captures our imagination and tugs at our emotions. And in the world of investing, a good story can be worth its weight in gold. RGTI's story has all the elements of a Wall Street blockbuster: a brilliant maverick founder, a mind-bending technology, the promise of unimaginable riches. It's a story that speaks to our deepest desires for progress, innovation, and, let's face it, a piece of the pie. The media, always hungry for a good yarn, has latched onto the RGTI saga with gusto. Headlines trumpet their every move, analysts gush about their potential, and social media is abuzz with speculation and predictions. This constant barrage of positive news flow creates a feedback loop, reinforcing the narrative and further inflating the stock price. Investors, bombarded with messages about RGTI's brilliance and potential, start to believe the hype. They see the stock price soaring and assume, often incorrectly, that the market must know something they don't. This is how narratives, especially in the echo chamber of financial news and social media, can take on a life of their own, shaping perceptions and driving investment decisions regardless of the underlying reality. Imagine you're a trader who thinks RGTI is overvalued. You bet against the stock, hoping to profit when it crashes. This is called short selling, but instead, the stock price rises. Short sellers panic and buy back shares, pushing the price higher. This is a short squeeze. It can turn a stock's ascent into a parabolic surge, driven by speculation and emotion. The rapid rise suggests a short squeeze in RGTI's case, adding complexity to the RGTI story. Alan Greenspan, the former chairman of the Federal Reserve, once famously warned of irrational exuberance in the stock market. He was talking about a situation where investors, caught up in the excitement of the moment, bid up asset prices to unsustainable levels. Sound familiar? The meteoric rise of RGTI stock, while driven by a confluence of factors, also raises concerns about a potential bubble. When investors get swept up in a wave of enthusiasm, they often ignore risks, overlook warning signs, and make decisions based on emotion rather than logic. This can lead to a disconnect between a company's underlying value and its stock price. While RGTI operates in a sector with enormous potential, it's crucial to remember that they're still a young company with unproven technology facing stiff competition. Their long-term success is far from guaranteed, and their current stock price may not reflect the inherent risks and uncertainties they face. Irrational exuberance can be intoxicating, but like all bubbles, it eventually bursts, leaving investors who bought at the top nursing heavy losses. The challenge for investors is to separate the hype from the reality, to temper their enthusiasm with a healthy dose of skepticism, and to make investment decisions based on sound analysis rather than the fear of missing out. We live in a world saturated with information, a 24/7 news cycle where every tweet, every blog post, every YouTube video competes for our attention. And in this chaotic landscape, it's easy to get caught in what's known as an echo chamber, a self-reinforcing loop where we're only exposed to information that confirms our existing biases. Now imagine that echo chamber amplified when it comes to a hot stock like RGTI. Social media platforms are buzzing with enthusiastic investors sharing news articles, blog posts, and YouTube videos, all touting the company's potential and predicting even greater gains. This constant barrage of positive reinforcement creates a sense of inevitability, a belief that everyone is buying in and that missing out would be a grave mistake. The problem is that this echo chamber effect can distort reality. Negative or even neutral information about RGTI might get drowned out in the sea of positivity, or it might be dismissed as FUD, fear, uncertainty, and doubt, spread by those who just don't get it. Investors caught in this echo chamber might make decisions based on incomplete or biased information, failing to consider the full range of risks and potential downsides. It's crucial to break free from this echo chamber, to seek out diverse perspectives, and to critically evaluate information before making investment decisions. Analyst ratings, a blessing and a curse. Wall Street analysts shape market perceptions. Their insights can send stocks soaring or trigger sell-offs. For companies like RGTI and quantum computing, ratings are crucial. Positive ratings attract investors but can also fuel bubbles. Investors should balance analyst ratings with their own research. Navigating the sea of information. In today's digital age, we're drowning in information. Every click, every swipe, every search throws up a tidal wave of data, making it harder than ever to separate the signal from the noise. This is especially true when it comes to investing, where our decisions have real-world consequences. The meteoric rise of RGTI stock highlights the importance of information literacy, the ability to find, evaluate, and use information effectively. It's not enough to simply consume information. We need to critically assess its source, its credibility, and its potential biases. We need to be wary of sensational headlines, clickbait articles, and social media echo chambers that reinforce our existing beliefs without challenging us to think critically. When it comes to investing, it's crucial to consult a variety of sources, to compare different perspectives, and to seek out information that challenges our assumptions. Don't just rely on social media, financial news websites, or analyst ratings. Dig deeper, read company filings, research industry reports, and consult with trusted financial advisors. The more informed we are, the better equipped we'll be to make sound investment decisions that align with our financial goals and risk tolerance. Remember, investing is a marathon, not a sprint, and the ability to navigate the sea of information is essential for long-term success. The quantum future promise and uncertainty. So, what's the verdict on RGTI? Is this the next Apple, poised to dominate a trillion-dollar industry? Or are we witnessing a speculative bubble destined to burst, leaving investors holding the bag? The truth, as is often the case, lies somewhere in between. There's no denying the transformative potential of quantum computing. It has the power to revolutionize medicine, materials science, artificial intelligence, and countless other fields. RGTI, with its impressive technological achievements and ambitious vision, is undoubtedly a key player in this emerging industry. They've assembled a world-class team, attracted significant investment, and made remarkable progress in a short period. However, it's crucial to remember that quantum computing is still in its infancy. The technology is complex, the science is evolving, and there are significant engineering challenges to overcome. RGTI faces stiff competition from well-established tech giants with deep pockets and vast resources. The road ahead will be long and challenging, with inevitable setbacks and surprises along the way. While their stock price has skyrocketed, driven by a confluence of hype, speculation, and genuine excitement about the future, investors should proceed with caution. The potential rewards are enormous, but so are the risks. A new era of investing? The RGTI phenomenon is more than just the story of one company. It's a microcosm of the challenges and opportunities facing investors in the 21st century. We live in an era of rapid technological advancement, where breakthroughs in fields like artificial intelligence, biotechnology, and yes, quantum computing have the potential to reshape industries and upend traditional business models. This creates tremendous opportunities for investors willing to embrace innovation and navigate the complexities of emerging technologies. However, it also presents new challenges. The pace of change is accelerating, making it difficult to separate hype from reality, to distinguish between short-lived fads and truly transformative trends. Investors need to develop new skills and strategies to succeed in this environment. Information literacy is paramount. We need to be able to critically evaluate sources, identify biases, and separate the signal from the noise. We need to be comfortable with uncertainty, acknowledging that not every investment will be a home run, and that setbacks are inevitable. Most importantly, we need to be patient. Transformative technologies take time to develop and mature. The companies that ultimately succeed will be those that can navigate the inevitable bumps in the road, adapt to changing market conditions, and deliver on their long-term promises. The RGTI story is far from over. It's a story that will continue to unfold in the years to come, offering valuable lessons for investors seeking to capitalize on the extraordinary opportunities and navigate the inherent risks of this new era of technological innovation. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe to our channel for more insights and updates. Stay tuned for more exciting content.